Hey everyone, this is Gaming Solo, and today we're going to be talking about one thing while taking a look at another. Engineering is coming. I didn't believe it until they said it themselves. People were saying that it was coming, and then they officially said it's coming this month, this month's patch. It's not 100% complete, but it does have armor in it, which is fun. It's going to make things very interesting. I don't think I don't think multi-crew will be as big of a pain as everyone makes it out to be, at least from what I've heard. But there's all kinds of stuff going around, so I'm going to talk about it. The other thing I'm doing is checking out the best in show paints for the Polaris because I finally have it, and I am very interested in seeing it in person. Like I mentioned in a previous video, seen the pictures, it looks kind of but we'll find out in person. So we're going to New Babbage, which is where my home port is. So engineering. Um, Apparently engineering, they kind of changed some stuff from when we heard about it last about a year ago. And now their big concentration is time to kill and lowering time to, or raising the time to kill. So basically, we're going to be in a situation where it's going to take longer to kill bigger ships, which I'm good with. That's the whole point of having a bigger ship, right? So you can take more hits. So I don't really see a problem with that. But the feedback that I've seen is kind of mixed. Some people are saying it's actually shorter to kill. Maybe they're flying around single-seater fighters or something. I don't know. I've stayed out of the PTU because I want to see it myself when it lands and experience it kind of for myself. So, but yeah, fire, armor, and ship components. Fuses have been changed. They just lower the capacity of power that can flow through the ship instead of what they did previously, which was basically shut down everything past them in the ship in the old playtests. So that's probably a good change. Is it realistic? I don't know. Maybe. I guess you could say from a lore perspective, oh, we're doing it to, ensure that you don't have power surges through the ship that can't be handled, and the fuses are there to make sure that doesn't happen. I don't know. I'm sure they'll explain it somehow in the lore. We also need to change out the paints on the clipper. All right, I don't think I've called Polaris yet. Deliver. Oh yeah, put the paint on it. But yeah, fire looks interesting. We'll see how it goes. I really don't have a lot to say about all of that until I kind of experience it. I've been pretty neutral towards it. I haven't really been here nor there on it. Though a lot of people are excited about it. A lot of people are not excited about it because they want to fly ships like this solo, and they were scared that this was going to make that possible. But what I've seen, it's not, or what I've read and heard, it's not going to make it possible. It's actually going to help the survivability of ships like the Polaris against small fighter or even large fighter groups. Not like heavy fighter, but like large groups of arrows and full size 1 and 2 fighters that like to gang up on the bigger ships. So it's very possible that it'll make multi-crew ships better in solo situations as long as you don't run into something like a Connie or a Corsair. Hunting Corsair is probably going to tear through it. Heavy fighters are probably still going to tear through them because that's their purpose. At least lore-wise, it's been their purpose. I don't know if that still stands, but with armor in, it's apparently going to be a lot harder to kill these bigger ships. All right. Did the paint not go on there? Okay, it's on there. I see it. It's just so dark. All right, so what I am curious about is if they figured out how to allow people with size 3 and larger components to be able to deal with their components on these larger ships, like this capital ship here. How am I going to switch out the reactor or the power supply, I should say, or anything like that? Okay, this is I might like this orange. But the components haven't really been swappable, and maybe they won't be. Maybe they repairable only and swappable only when you're in a station. But you know, it's leaving some lingering questions for me, and it might not be something that they're going to address anytime soon. This is a transforming situation after all. We are in alpha, and ooh, oh my gosh, was that orange or was that just reflection? That was just reflection. Oh, if they changed the interior color, I was going to be all about this. I just want to get to the bridge so I can F4 out and take a look. But yeah, so we'll finally get engineering and see what that's about. And I guess I'm going to have to stock ships with repair materials so that I don't catch fire when I'm out on lengthy adventures. It could just be in my head, but I feel like maybe some of the lighting is more orange. I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining it. It's been a long week. All right, let's do this. Getting in the pilot seat. Let's go ahead and F4 out. Oh yeah, okay. Did I just freeze up? What just happened? No, I just decided to stop moving. Okay, in person, I do think I kind of like it. It's not my favorite orange. Oh my gosh. It's not my favorite shade of orange, but it is an acceptable shade of orange. So that is probably going to stay on this ship. Yes, I approve. I approve. This is gaming solo approved. Well, I'm not taking the Polaris out, so let's go store it again. Definitely like, yep, okay. I can live with this paint. So, oh, I hit the wrong cargo bay, I guess it is. So, yeah, engineering. It's gonna be interesting for sure. Again, I'm gonna let it surprise me. I'll probably do a video later on after I get a little testing in and get some things in with engineering. See what it's about. Once it's live, I am happy that they brought in the armor because I heard in the early builds before armor was a thing that the bigger ships like the Polaris were going down real fast because people were targeting the components and taking them out. So obviously that's typical gameplay and would be normal, but without armor, you don't have any defense from that. So if you're a big target, you're a sitting duck. And that's not good game design, right? It's also not realistic. Okay, so we're going to store this guy. While we're storing it, we're going to switch out the paint on the Clipper. Yeah, I haven't even bothered pulling any of my other ships this patch. I've just been using the Clipper. I've not done the blue paint yet. Well, let's do the blue paint. But yeah, we're going to find out real fast. once engineering is released, which ships were ready for it and which ships not so much. I think one ship that I'm going to be annoyed with is one of my favorites, the MSR. There are some fuses in some very awkward places, and it's going to be a real pain in the butt to have to chase those down and fix those. They did conveniently put most of the components in one place, though. I say conveniently. Could be a bad thing, because it's one place to target on the ship to hit just about everything. But, you know, we'll see how armor pans out. We'll see what ships are actually tanky. I'm excited to see what they do with the Origin armor, because Origin armor is supposed to be light but really good. Oh, that was too far. That hurt. That didn't hurt. Wow. That didn't hurt. But oh, sorry, I got a little distracted there from almost dying. I was pretty sure I was going to die. Oh. But yeah, there's going to be ships that were clearly made before engineering was a thought. And it's going to be interesting how they fix that, if they even decide to fix that. So, anywho, that is the Best in Show Polaris paint and my thoughts on upcoming engineering gameplay and what they've said about it, what I've seen others say about it. I think it's going to be an interesting addition. I think it's going to make us feel like we own our ships more. I still think we're not going to feel that as well until insurance is fully in and we really don't want to lose the ships anymore. That's when it's going to really feel. That's when it's really going to feel heavy owning your ship and taking care of your ship, when there's some kind of monetary attachment to it and progression attachment to it. But we'll have to see how it goes. Onward towards 1.0, I guess. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about the Best in Show paints now that they're actually in people's hangars and we're able to equip them and see them in game, and not just JPEGs on Facebook and other media that Cloud Imperium's putting out for them. Also, let me know what you think about engineering and if you've played it in the PTU. Also, something we didn't talk about, let me know how Vulcan's treating you. I used to use it, stopped using it because it was unstable. I'm a little excited that improvements have come and that the next patch is going to have a good representation of Vulcan, because I am ready for some of the weirdness of this really ancient architecture to go away. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It'd be a great honor for you to subscribe to see more videos. And like, of course, like helps the algorithm and helps me get out there to more people. And I will catch you guys next time in the verse.